Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, y'all ain't know I had the silky smooth tones like Barry White. But what's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that other good. Oh man, my Barry White then went away. But this video is simple. We're gonna get to the point. Y'all gonna see me be a lot more active. I'm actually going on TikTok. I'm doing a lot of different things now. The podcast will be starting soon. That's gonna be fun because the podcast allows us to do a ton of things. Interview y'all when we go out to shows, when we go places. I'm right here, in Texas, but I go back and forth between, I call it the triangle, over to Tampa, my home over there, and then I go back up here to Ohio, home there, and back to Texas. And the thing of it is during these travels, I get an opportunity. I will have an opportunity to sit down with a lot of people. We'll do podcasts. We'll get to talking. You know what I mean? We'll probably be sipping on something while we're doing the podcast in some cases, and we have a good time. And it's just an opportunity to hear from people. As I hit the road this year, I want to hear from people. Y'all want to hear from people. We want to sit down. If y'all want to grill me about different things with the dogs, cool. Some of my OGs that been around a long time, I'm gonna sit down with them and we're gonna talk about the old times, the good times. And these podcasts is gonna be a great thing. We're gonna set up and it's gonna be a real nice thing, man. The main purpose of this is to share good information. And some people are going to take it as, oh, you hating, but we're just going to tell the truth. And with that being said, the truth that we're going to talk about on this video is very, very, very truthful. The American bully, man, in concept, people have all of a sudden like believe that the label companion breed. I'm going to tell you where the origins of the companion breed was. This was not really meant to be a companion breed. These were still pit bulls. Honestly, this is what they were. And what happened is because at the time when this breed was really, we were doing all the work to make this into a legitimate breed. BSL laws were a lot rougher. A lot of people were just beating up on people on the BSL laws. Miami, you could be stopped on the spot and have your dog taken. I know Denver was, you didn't even want to get caught driving through Denver. They treated pit bulls and any dogs like a pit bull, like it was like you had a kilo of cocaine in the back seat or something. Literally, they would warn you, get out of their town and get out, get through, and in some cases people actually had their dogs confiscated, and had to go through a bunch of BS to get their dogs. Denver was rough. And a lot of places was like that. It was a lot of breed restriction laws. And it wasn't just a pit bull, but I think a lot of times they threw the other breeds in there just to say it wasn't just a pit bull. But that's why we went for the companion thing, because companion is softer and kinder and gentler. And, it worked in a lot of ways because these dogs are great companions. But you know what I mean? The true essence of the dog is still, supposed to be a lot of pit bull to it. We wanted to bring down the dog aggression and the gameness in the dogs, but the reality of it is it was never an intention to take away the drive of the dog. This plodding bulldogish type of dog. Now, I'm gonna take that back. I hate to keep saying bulldog because I've had some bulldogs, my Lapahas. I even had an English bulldog. I had an English bulldog that would go for days just running around, whether he was chasing the water hose. He even got on the spring pole and was messing with the spring pole. Little dude could go for a long time and had no health issues. So I won't keep on saying the bulldog, but whatever this thing that the American bully has turned into, it was never meant to be. These very slow, non-athletic, sort of fad, just not really great athletic or high drive dogs. These dogs are supposed to at the very least be a medium drive dog to where they will get out, play, run around. You can take them for a walk. You can get them out to the park. They'll hit the spring pole. They'll still do all the things, but the thing is they, unlike some of their ancestors, they should be able to mingle with other dogs a lot better than the other ones. Now, if they can't in certain situations, that's fine. You just don't want the dog overly aggressive. It's basically controlled aggression, and that applies, in a lot of breeds, whether you're talking about protection work or whatever. It needs to be controlled aggression. But that's the definition of what this American bully is supposed to be. We don't want, right now, the American bully is turning into a cur breed where you see a lot of these dogs that are literally scared of other dogs. it's weird. Like a lot of them are shrugging down, and they have very, very bad energy, very bad body language. They don't have that life in them anymore. And that's a dangerous dog. And we have to remember, in genetics, the more you breed towards that, the more it compounds, the worse it gets. And I've seen it get worse and worse over the years. Take a look. Just do this for me. Take a look. Go back and look at pictures of Monster J, and look at pictures of Cairo, and look at pictures of Little Row, and look at pictures of, you know, a lot of the older dogs, you know, and look at the way they look in pictures. Look at Remy. Remy is a great example. Look at the intensity. Look at the hard structure and the flexing, and it's natural. You look at these dogs now, and everything is posed, and you know, we're teaching them to sit up right. It's not even in their nature. But then when you click the video and you see them, they immediately drop their heads and they're back into this weird little motion, and they're very, very, like, a lot of them are very skittish now. This is a very, very dangerous thing we do, because everybody wants to be a breeder. Now you start breeding dogs with these kind of mentalities, their puppies are going to have this type of mentality or worse. And what's going to happen is you're going to start sending out dogs that could very, very, very likely, and let me turn on some more lights since they're cutting out the lights. But you're gonna breed dogs that are very, very likely to have a bad temperament. I'm gonna tell you, I would say 2/3 of dogs, and this is my own statistics, it can't be proven anywhere, but 2/3 of dogs that bite people bite out of fear. Not that they have a natural aggression, but they're just scared. They're scared of people. They're scared of damn near everything. So as people come up on them, or people come in their territory, the only way they know how to react is to defend themselves and lunge out and bite, because they don't have the confidence to intermingle with people or other animals in a social way. You know what I mean? And socializing them sometimes can be great, but some of these dogs can't even be socialized. I've seen people who have dogs that they pulling them through the show, and y'all probably are seen this too, where the dog is literally pissing itself the whole, you know, just pissing. And it's not that raise your leg, mark my territory. The dog is just walking, and you seeing a stream of pisses. The dog, that's nerves, man. You see them cop, and they squat, and they take a shit. They're taking a shit in the ring. They just shitting everywhere. That's nerves. This dog is very, very nervous, and put in the right situation, he's going to lunge out and hurt somebody. So imagine sending this home, and me being a parent, and I love my babies. I love my babies. I couldn't imagine, you know, bringing something into the house like that. Now, I'm experienced over 20 years, so I know what to look for and things. But what about these people who give you, you know, who give me a phone call sometime, and they're just happy, you know, maybe, you know, happy, they love the breed. We want to get a puppy. We want to raise it with our family. And they trust in these breeders, and they trust in some of the lies that are told, and you get a dog, and this dog is very, very skittish like this. The last thing we need for the American bully breed, the last thing, and it's not just a breed, man, we just don't need this shit, is to have a situation where one of these dogs seriously hurts somebody. In worst case, hurt a child. These dogs are powerful. They have incredible abilities. These dogs could kill a child within a 20 seconds, I say 15 to 20 seconds max. They could kill a kid. You know, I've seen one of my dogs, you know, kill a stray, literally. From the time it took me to get out, I seen it hit, I ran out the house to get there. I'm fast too. But by the time I got there, he killed the dog. The dog was through. The dog was gurgling, and it was over with. You know what I mean? That probably took me 10 seconds at max to get out there. Imagine this being somebody's toddler. Imagine this being somebody's, you know, 2-3-year-old kid. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's responsibility in breeding, man. It's truly responsibility in breeding. And shit, just the thought of that just took me all out my hookup just now, you know. But I tell you, it's not all fun and games, people. We have to do better in what we're doing with our dogs. Yes, our dogs are supposed to have drive. They're supposed to be alive. They're supposed to be confident. And whether you know it or not, that confidence and that drive is easier to train to be socialized than that scary, cur, laid-back mentality. Because that confidence and that drive, you can train to be happy. They'll be happy to please their master. You can't train that cur-type mentality. It's scared of everything. Its psyche is off. You can train it, but it's very hard, and it's going to be, I don't even know if you can train it. Let me be fair. I don't know if you can train it. I've trained a lot of dogs, and the scary ones, just some of them never, ever, ever, ever came around, you know. And even with me, you know, I hope that people start thinking about this. Make a confident dog. Make a dog for what it's supposed to be, because something very bad could happen, you know. And we've been blessed to not have those situations as of right now in our community. And Lord knows we don't need those situations, you know. Like I said, attack somebody. I mean, you know, it's been situations where dogs kill people. And the last thing we need, especially with the culture that we have with people doing things and representing the breed as some kind of thuggish type dog, the last thing we need is a death or a serious incident on our hands, because we could be right back to facing the BSL laws that, trust me, if they don't want these dogs around, they'll drive them into extinction on a political side. And the funniest thing about it, you know, not funny, but you know how politics is. All you need is a reason. All we need is a reason to start complaining and, oh, it's a threat, it's a threat. Now they take it to the next level, man. But on that note, man, hopefully y'all having a blessed day, man. Reach out to your loved ones. Happy holidays to all of y'all. You know, let's remember what the holidays is about. It's about love and being thankful for our folks, and being thankful for the blessings that God has given us. It's not about gifts. It's not about all the other stuff that these people try to put in our heads. The greatest gift we have is life and love. So make sure you live in your life loving your folks. Until next time, God bless. Peace.